in the front lab.
वहाँ तो मैं गया था। उन्होंने बताया कि HOD में तो पहले देखो कि इधर भी नाम डाला हुआ है।
हाँ, एक्चुअली 2 लैब्स को नीचे बैठते, हेड चेम्बर नीचे है।
अच्छा।
वहाँ जाके आप देखिए। Yes, class can. Yes.
ये जो आगे जो चेंबर है वो कोई प्रोफेसर के हैं, शीशे का जो चेंबर है
No.
सामने कोई
No, nobody sits. Yes, class. Is everybody present?
Yes, ma'am.
Is everybody? Okay, so today we are going to start with wood anatomy practical. And the first wood that we are going to deal with is Tectona grandis. You have all heard about Tectona grandis wood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are going to start with the wood anatomy. So everybody has a basic idea about the wood anatomy. What is wood anatomy? When I
Ma'am,
say anatomy, does anybody have a basic idea about?
yes, ma'am. The
Yes.
secondary growth, when a particular stem has its secondary growth on its fully fledged form, then it will be a wood, and it has sclerenchymatous, hardly sclerenchymatous deposits around the vascular means like cambium area, and that is what the wood normally refers to when we are
Is
inferring the
wood a
case of
living
anatomy.
structure or a non-living structure?
Ma'am, we cannot say it is a
No,
non.
I am asking. Yes.
Ma'am, we cannot say that it is a non-living structure. It is living, but the things are seized up to kind of.
Yes. So basically, everybody has a basic idea about wood anatomy. As I said, now wood is basically when the plant growth has ceased. Okay, growth has stopped, and now the tissues have become mature. And whatever tissues were present, in those tissues, lignification and sclerification begins. And when lignification and sclerification begins, then the structure transformed into a wood. So wood is basically secondary xylem. Okay, and first and foremost, Tectona grandis. What is the common name of Tectona grandis or the teak wood?
Ma'am, teak, it is a timber.
Sorry, the voice is getting cut.
Ma'am, commonly referred as teak, and it is a timber.
Yes, it is used for timber. Okay, so when I say transverse section, what is transverse section? It is a section which is, you can say, parallel to, sorry, not parallel. If I have to draw it, Is somebody's mic on?
It's by your side.
Yes?
It's by your side. I think you have joined with two IDs. One is Tally and one is of yours.
Okay, can everybody see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
So in wood anatomy, today we are going to start with the wood of teak. Very famous wood and one of the hardest and most durable woods used for timber. Botanical name is Tectona grandis. Does anybody know the family? The family of Tectona grandis?
Verbenaceae family.
Is everybody sure that it is Verbenaceae? Yes? Are you sure that it is Verbenaceae?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, listen everybody, Tectona grandis as of now is no longer
Lamiaceae.
classified in Verbenaceae.
It is
Yes,
Lamiaceae.
very good. Lamiaceae, okay. It has been shifted from Verbenaceae. I think it was previously classified in Verbenaceae, but now I think the recent status is that it has been shifted to Lamiaceae based on the resemblance with characters of Lamiaceae. If at a transverse section, when I'm talking about section, so if this is a wood, you all know that the transverse section is cut this way. Okay? We go on cutting sections like this. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in a transverse section, you see all the elements. So if this is a transverse section, you will see the vessels. Then in between the vessels, there will be thick-walled xylem fibers. Sometimes surrounding the vessels or associated with the vessels, you will see xylem parenchyma. Then, of course, there will be the outer periderm. Now, in the case of woods, this periderm or the bark region is very, very important in application because the periderm often has characteristic features which help you in wood identification. Then these vertical lines that I have drawn, these are the medullary rays. Now, this is a very rough figure that I am just drawing right now for explanation purpose, but you will not draw it like this in your copy. When I'll just show you the actual figure of Tectona wood, then you will see that what is the actual arrangement. So in general, you can see all these elements dispersed. The primary phloem will be lying here somewhere, crushed, obviously. And in all the woods, the secondary phloem is not so well developed. Okay, all these structures, this xylem vessels, the xylem fibers, xylem parenchyma, they are all a part of the secondary xylem. The primary xylem is lost. As I said, that this secondary growth happens after the wood has attained maturity. So you will not see any primary xylem elements so distinctly. All these elements that are visible in a transverse section, they are all the secondary xylem elements. Is this clear? Now, in the transverse section, what are the things that help in the wood identification? First, as I said, is the periderm. So when you start with the wood description, the first and foremost thing that you will start with describing is the periderm. So in the periderm, you will have the phellogen, phellem, and phelloderm.
And besides this, sometimes there are special structures in the periderm. When I say special structures, what are those? In all the woods that are in your syllabus, in practical, there are special structures. But today, since we are discussing the wood of Tectona grandis, let me tell you that in Tectona grandis, the special structure is stone cells or sclerids, which lie in the secondary cortex. This is all the secondary cortex. So stone cells or sclerids which lie in the secondary cortex. They are very large cells and very distinct in Tectona. Then after you have described the periderm, of course, you will describe the phellem and the phellogen. What is the pattern of arrangement of cells? They are rectangular, compressed. Can you see any other special structure? So the first description will be of periderm. Then you come down to the phloem. Primary phloem, obviously, it will be crushed. So if it is primary phloem, it will obviously be crushed. And then you have the secondary phloem. Now, very rarely there are certain structures seen in the secondary phloem. When I say structures seen, again, they are small stone cells which have taken this, which are lignified, and they take the stain of safnine. Okay, you all have studied about safnine stain. So in the secondary phloem, small stone-like cells are visible, which are often called the sclerotic nests. They are visible and they again form a characteristic feature. Then after you have finished describing the phloem, obviously the primary phloem will be crushed and the secondary phloem will be parenchymatous, and in between there might be certain lignified cells which I am calling the sclerotic nests. Is this clear? Is this clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, after describing the phloem, the most important part now comes about the secondary xylem. This is how you will describe in the exam also, the secondary xylem. Now, in the secondary xylem, there are a lot of things that need to be described when you are talking about a TS. First is the arrangement of vessels. Okay, जब हम यहाँ vessels की बात कर रहे हैं, sir, please remember that these are the metaxylem vessels that we are seeing in a transverse section. The protoxylem vessels are extremely small. In a mature wood, you don't see the protoxylem as distinctly as the metaxylem. जब wood mature हो चुकी है, तो arrangement of metaxylem vessels. Second, what is the arrangement? It is of two types: tangential or radial. Sorry, three types: tangential, radial, or solitary. Now, what is solitary? If I am drawing a section, ठीक है, अगर ये transverse section आपने काटा, तो जो vessels है metaxylem की, वो ऐसे they lie alone. Some may be small, some large. So all the vessels, they are lying alone. This is solitary arrangement. If I am saying that the vessels are in a radial file, radial meaning parallel to the radius of the transverse section. So if this is the transverse section, understanding now what is radial file? Radial meaning they will be associated and arranged parallel to the radius. Matlab, they will not be lying alone. They will always be in groups of 2, 3 or 4 and they will always be parallel to the radius. Now this is the radius, okay? If this is the transverse section, then this will be acting as the radius. So they are all lying parallel to the radius. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
sir.
Now,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I'm talking about tangential arrangement means that if this is the metaxylem vessel, then they will be perpendicular to the radius or along the tangent. If this is a circle, अगर ये transverse section है, तो transverse section के लिए ये जो line अगर हम बना रहे हैं, if I'm drawing this line, this will act as a tangent. So they are along the tangent, along the tangential line, meaning they will lie like this. Is this clear? Then, so first was the arrangement of metaxylem vessels. Then, of course, the second is frequency of distribution of metaxylem. Frequency of distribution meaning that if I'm observing a section in the microscope, then in a unit area, how many vessels can I count? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If this is the transverse section, then in a unit area, this will be a unit area. What is the number of metaxylem vessels that are visible? So supposing I count 5 vessels, so I will say that the distribution, you do not have to exactly write the figure, but if you add these technical details, obviously your answer will be more accurate. So you can say that in a unit area, the distribution of metaxylem vessels was 5 or 10 or 20, whatever you counted. Then the third is xylem parenchyma. Again, very, very important. Now, xylem parenchyma, in this plant, T, I will not take it in so much detail. I will take this xylem parenchyma in detail when I will discuss the wood of shisham or Dalbergia shishu. Okay? Because in that wood, you can very distinctly see the distribution of xylem parenchyma. So, xylem parenchyma again is classified into 2 types. It may be associated with the xylem vessel or it may be lying solitary. So when it is associated with the xylem vessel, then it is called as paratracheal parenchyma. And when it is lying solitary, it is called as apotracheal. Can everybody see the whiteboard?
Yes, ma'am.
Because there is some network disruption from my side, so I'm not able to understand if you can see the figures immediately as I'm drawing them.
Ma'am, it is taking some time.
Sorry, the voice is getting cut.
Ma'am, it is taking some time to be visible on the board after you draw them.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying, that there is some network issue because I think you cannot see the figures immediately. So I'm giving you some time to note down. In case you have missed anything, please let me know. Can I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the third thing, like I said, I will discuss about xylem parenchyma when I'll discuss the wood of Dalbergia. Then the fourth, obviously, is about the xylem fibers that you can see. Now, xylem fibers are lignified cells. They will, if this is the wood, then the fibers will be somewhat like this. And the vessels, they will form the matrix in which the vessels are lying. With the highly reduced lumen, then you may also see tracheids in rare cases. I said rare. Why?
Repeat that.
I'm saying that the tracheids will be rare in angiospermous woods. Why?
Because they are reduced due to secondary growth, but may appear in some
The
cases.
voice is getting cut.
Because they are reduced due to secondary
Sorry?
growth. Extensive.
Can you repeat?
They are reduced due to extensive secondary growth, but may appear in some cases. That is why we are
Just
saying
a
it rare.
second. Just yes, Anurag, what were you saying? Can you repeat, please?
Ma'am, we are saying that because the tracheids are absent due to extensive secondary growth, but in some cases they are appear. That is why we are assembling it as a rare thing.
Voice is getting severely cut. I don't know the reason, but the voice is not clear at all.
Proceed, ma'am.
Achha. Why are the tracheids present? Or you can tell me why are the tracheids rare in angiospermous woods? Can anybody tell me the answer? Yes. The tracheids are a primitive feature, all right? they are not an advanced feature. So obviously, when they are not an advanced feature, and angiosperms, we are saying that they are advanced. They are advanced group of plants. Then tracheids will be rare, extremely rare. There are only some limited primitive families in which the tracheids will be present, which are the primitive angiosperms. But in general, when you are talking about an angiospermous wood, there will always be xylem fibers, and tracheids will be rare. Is this clear? Then coming to the tangential, this was all you have to describe in the transverse section. Then in tangential longitudinal section, now see, these are all things that are being like I could explain it to you very clearly if I was in a practical class, because this just demands a demonstration. But since we do not have that facility right now where I can demonstrate it to you, so I'm simply explaining it. I hope it is clear. If this is a cylindrical piece of wood in your hand, then the tangential section will be, इस वुड को पहले बीच से काट लेंगे, ठीक है? वुड क्या मतलब, अगर एक छोटी सी हमने वुड की टहनी ली, ठीक है, जो सिलेंड्रिकल है, तो इस वुड को बीच से जब काटेंगे तो एक पीस ये मिलेगा और दूसरा पीस ये मिलेगा. ये चीज क्लियर है एवरीबॉडी?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will get these two pieces. Okay. Now when we get these two pieces, अब जब इस वुड को काट लिया तो एक सरफेस होगा जो कि कॉन्वेक्स होगा या उठा हुआ होगा, ये वाला. The surface that I am shading yellow, this will be the convex or the raised portion, जो कि उठा हुआ होगा, है ना? क्लियर है?
Yes, ma'am.
अब इस उठे हुए पोर्शन से अगर हम ऊपर से एक स्लाइस ब्लेड से ऐसे अलग करते हैं, उठे हुए पोर्शन पे आप अगर ब्लेड से ऊपर से एक स्लाइस निकालते हैं, तो दैट स्लाइस विल बी द TLS. Is this clear?
On the bark side.
Yes, on the bark side. So what you actually do when you are cutting a TLS, कि bark को आप remove करते हैं before cutting the TLS, because in the TLS is basically cut to understand कि xylem vessels या medullary rays basically, जो अभी हमने TS में बताया था. One thing that I missed, yes, in the transverse section you will also describe about the medullary rays. ठीक, medullary rays की frequency क्या है एक unit area में. Just add this in the previous notes. In the transverse section, after you have written about the xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers and tracheids, you add the fifth point or whatever number it was, that you will also describe about the medullary rays and their frequency. Okay? So, can everybody hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So, if now अब इस बार्क को रिमूव करके ऊपर से ये जो स्लाइस काटेंगे कॉन्वेक्स पोर्शन की, उस स्लाइस को हम कहेंगे tangential longitudinal section. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, please repeat.
Tangential longitudinal section. Clear? Now, In the tangential longitudinal section, what you are able to see is, first, the arrangement and frequency of medullary rays. So arrangement and frequency of medullary rays में what is visible? Specifically, height and width of medullary rays. Is this clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I will just now show you the slide. If I am drawing this structure, तो medullary rays एक transverse section में इस तरह से दिखती हैं, ठीक है, as horizontal lines. अब medullary rays के लिए 2 terms होते हैं. एक होता है uniseriate, then there is biseriate, and then there is multiseriate. Okay. So if I am drawing a uniseriate ray in a transverse section, वो कैसी दिखेगी? The uniseriate ray in a transverse section will be visible like this. Is this clear? In a tangential longitudinal section, a uniseriate ray will be visible like this. ठीक है? This will be in a TLS and this will be in a TS. This is uniseriate ray. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, but the way it is arranged around the central, when we are looking about the TS of the stem, then it will be like diverging from the central bit or something. But when we are conferring it as a tangential one, then how it is like
Your
that?
voice is getting cut. Yes, repeat the question, please.
Ma'am, when we are conferring the transverse section of a stem, then the medullary rays will be look like diverging from a central pith region towards the tangential
Yes,
area.
they
But
look
when we are
like diverging from the center. Yes.
at the time when we are
Yes.
means tangential one, then how they are looking at this one?
Anurag, can you write your question in the text? Can you just write your question because the voice is... बताइए.
मैं ask after the class.
Okay.
Yes, I hear.
Okay, so this is the uniseriate ray which is in a TS and then in a TLS. Then if the ray is biseriate, it will be visible somewhat like this in a transverse section. This will be TS of a biseriate ray. Okay, and in a TLS, the biseriate ray will be visible like this. Is this clear? All of you, is this clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
मल्टी सीरियट क्या होगा? बस इसी में अगर दो से ज्यादा आपको रेज दिख रहे हैं, सो दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज मल्टी सीरियट. इज दिस पॉइंट क्लियर? If there are more than two rays, then it will be called multiseriate. Then I said that it tells you about the width. तो width कितनी हो गई? Uniseriate मतलब the width is one celled. Biseriate means that the width is of two cells. This is the width of the ray, which is visible only in a TLS. So in a tangential longitudinal section, you can say that if the ray is uniseriate, it is one celled wide. If it is biseriate, it is two celled. And if it is multi, then you have to count how many cells wide is it. कितने cells wide है? Clear है? तो medullary rays जितनी wide होंगी ना, depending on the width of the medullary ray, you can tell whether the कि वुड का हैबिटेट क्या है. जैसे अगर वो किसी ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में उग रही है, वुड ट्रॉपिकल क्लाइमेट में, या जहाँ पे सीजनल चेंजेस बहुत मार्क्ड हैं, तो the medullary rays will be very well developed because it is getting abundant nutrition, and the function of medullary rays is the radial translocation of food and water. Okay, food and nutrients, sorry, not water. So the radial translocation of food in a wood, क्योंकि wood एक ऐसा टिश्यू है जिसमें मेच्योर है, उसमें उतना ज्यादा मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटी नहीं हो रही है, तो फिर वहां पे वुड सर्वाइव कैसे करिए? द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द वुड इज हैपनिंग हाउ? बिकॉज इट इज being provided nutrition via these parenchymatous medullary rays. The medullary rays are not lignified, but they are parenchymatous structure. Is this clear to everybody? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the last that we have to deal with is the radial longitudinal section.
Ma'am, in TLS, we only have to deal with medullary rays.
Yes, there are other things also, but I am mentioning the medullary rays here because from the practical point of view, it is the medullary rays that will help you in the identification. There will also be fibers. You will see the fibers in the longitudinal extents, xylem fibers and xylem vessels. Both will be revealed in their longitudinal extent. Okay, so what you can say here about the fibers, you can see the septation. In case of xylem fibers, you can see the septation, but again it is not a diagnostic character. Diagnostic character मतलब कि एक वुड को दूसरी वुड से आप xylem fibers के बेसिस पर डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर सकते. अगर हम वेसल्स की भी बात करें तो वेसल्स सारी वुड में होंगी जो आपके अभी प्रैक्टिकल सिलेबस में है. All four woods will have vessels, but when you have to distinguish between the wood of neem and वहां पे आप फाइबर विल नॉट बी अ डायग्नोस्टिक कैरेक्टर, क्योंकि नीम का भी फाइबर वैसा ही दिखेगा और टी का भी फाइबर वैसा ही दिखेगा. वहां पे फिर फैक्टर आएगा कि व्हाट इज द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द xylem फाइबर, द medullary rays in a TLS, and what is the width of the ray. क्योंकि ये सब जब हम वुड एनाटॉमी में बात करते हैं तो टेक्निकल डिटेल्स में these are the features which help in distinguishing. नीम में again the frequency of medullary rays will be very very high, and the width will also be high. The width will not be uni or bi, it might be more. But in the wood of teak, because it is of timber purpose. Again I am telling you कि अगर आपने नीम की वुड को देखा हो और टीक की वुड को देखा हो तो टीक विल बी हार्डर, टीक ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है और नीम जो है थोड़ी सी सॉफ्ट होती है, प्लायबल होती है. टिम्बर के लिए नीम को नहीं यूज करेंगे. तो द रीजन विल बी वाई बिकॉज द मेडलरी रे इज देयर और द पैरेन्काइमेटस टिश्यू देयर डायग्नोस्टिक कैरेक्टर जिसके बेसिस पे आप डिस्टिंग्विश करेंगे. बट अगर आप कॉपी में डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हो तो यू विल डिस्क्राइब एवरीथिंग. यू विल डिस्क्राइब द मेडलरी रेज इन अ टीएलएस एंड ऑल्सो कैसे दिख रहे हैं, फाइबर्स में सेप्टेशन दिख रहा है कि फाइबर्स में सेप्टेशन मिसिंग है. वेसल्स की अगर बात करें तो टीएलएस में यू कैन वेरी डिस्टिंक्टली सी द पिट्स. पिट्स का अरेंजमेंट वेसल्स पे कैसा है. इज दिस क्लियर?
बट मैम जब हम सेम हैबिटेट में ग्रो होने वाले दो प्लांट्स
Arrangement
को अगर
of
दो वुड्स को
pits.
कंपेयर करें जस्ट लाइक
Ma'am,
Yes.
after
It's
you told us how to
Man-
because
differentiate
all
between
these
neem and
wood
teak,
yes. Any question?
that after you explain
Then coming. Yes.
and what you've explained after neem and teak differentiation that can be done.
Neem and teak. The neem and teak wood can be distinguished on the basis of medullary rays and fibers. Okay, fibers again not so clearly, but yes, medullary rays के basis पे you can distinguish. अगर हमें केवल TLS दे दिया जाए, the wood that you are describing in the exam also when come in the major question you have to describe all three features. आप TH से शुरू करेंगे, पूरा transverse section describe करेंगे, then you will describe the radial longitudinal section and then the tangential longitudinal section. And all 3 points when you are describing the diagnostic character किस basis पे आपने पहचाना कि ये नीम है, कि ये mango की wood है या teak की wood है. You might not write the genus name if you are not sure, but you have to write the diagnostic features that are visible. Generalize करने हैं. Is this clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now in the radial longitudinal section अभी मैंने बताया कि जब wood काटेंगे तो ये वाला पोर्शन अगर बीच से wood ऐसे है और इसको आधे से बीच से काटते हैं तो आधे से काटने पे ये कॉन्वेक्स सरफेस था. ठीक. अब जो कॉन्वेक्स सरफेस दो हिस्सों में जो वुड सामने आई तो एक कॉन्वेक्स सरफेस है जो उठा हुआ है और एक फ्लैट सरफेस आएगा. ये चीज क्लियर है काटने पे बीच से?
Yes, ma'am.
तो जो फ्लैट सरफेस आएगा इन द सेंटर, जब कभी वुड को आपने बीच से काटा हो तो देखा होगा कि बीच में ऐसे ऐसे लाइंस दिखती हैं. ऑलराइट, ये जो लाइंस हैं इसकी अगर एक स्लाइस ऊपर से ब्लेड से काट लेते हैं ऐसे इसी पोर्शन की, ये जो सामने कॉनकेव सरफेस या जो फ्लैट सरफेस है उस फ्लैट सरफेस को ब्लेड से ऊपर से एक स्ट्रिप काट लेते हैं, एक हल्की सी स्ट्रिप निकाल लेते हैं. दैट विल बी दी आरएलएस. सो आरएलएस क्यों कहते हैं? बिकॉज द आरएलएस इज पैरेलल टू द रेडियस. ये रेडियस है वुड का. अगर ये पूरा एक सर्किल बनाते तो ये रेडियस होगा. ठीक. सो इट इज पैरेलल टू, ये रेडियस है तो ये जो आरएलएस है इट इज पैरेलल टू द radius or the radial surface of the wood. That is why it is called as the radial longitudinal section. And the tangential longitudinal section, it is a section which is passing through the tangential line of the wood. अगर ये पूरा सर्किल है, if this is a circle, then this will be the tangent. So जब हम कॉन्वेक्स सरफेस से काट रहे हैं जो स्ट्रिप, that will be the tangential section because it is passing through the tangent, and this will be the radial section because it is passing through the radius. Is this clear? Any confusion between radial and tangential? Is
No,
this
ma'am.
clear? The radial and tangential section?
Clear to me.
Yes, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody, any confusion in these two? The radial section and the tangential section?
No, ma'am.
Now, in the radial section, what we see, again, all the features will be visible, but in the radial section, the most important is that the nature of medullary rays will be revealed based on the cell composition. किस तरह की सेल से मेडुलरी रे बनी है दैट इज रिवील्ड इन द रेडियल सेल एंड इन द रेडियल लॉन्गिट्यूडनल सेक्शन यू विल ओनली सी द हाइट ऑफ अ मेडुलरी रे नॉट द विड्थ सो व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द कॉम्पोजिशन तो अगर ये रेडियल सेक्शन है तो अगर एक ही टाइप की सेल से बना है देन द रे टाइप इज कॉल्ड होमोसेलुलर कि मेडुलरी रे सिस्टम प्लांट में होमोसेलुलर है when it is made of only one type of cells. If it is made up of two types of cells, then it is called as heterocellular. Now, what are those two types of cells? The two types of cells may be first, upright, cells, also called as the procumbent cells. And the second type of the cell will be basal cell. So इसका अगर फिगर बनाएंगे तो ये कुछ इस तरह से दिखेगी अगर एक रे हेट्रोसेलुलर है तो हेट्रोसेलुलर रे में दिस विल बी द बेसल सेल जो अभी हम ड्रॉ करें रेक्टेंगुलर थिन वॉल्ड ओके एंड द अपराइट सेल्स विल बी लाइक दिस सराउंडिंग द रे okay so they will be these are the upright or the procumbent cells they are slightly thick walled tracheal and these are the basal cells which are thin walled and when the ray has these two types of cells then the ray system of the plant or the wood it will be called as heterocellular. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I am going to
Can everybody see the figure? Can everybody see the figure?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the transverse section of the Tectona wood.
मैम आपकी वॉइस नहीं क्लियर है.
Ma'am, there is severe echo.
Now can you hear me?
Ma'am, there is a huge repetition of your voice. Don't know why. And a lot of secondary noise also.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the transverse section of a Tectona wood, which you can see on your screen. Now you can see what is the pattern of arrangement of secondary metaxylem vessels.
Ma'am, they are radial.
Yes? How? I think they are
And the-
solitary. There are very few vessels which are radial, very few. But
Yes, ma'am. Large
majority
one
are
or solitary one.
Yes, large ones are solitary ones. Again, this is another TS. Now, in between, please note that you can see these lines, these pink lines. Can everybody see these lines?
Yes, ma'am.
These lines are the medullary rays. Then these thick walled cells that you are seeing in between, these are the xylem fibers, which are stained by safnine.
Ma'am, repeat that.
Then in between, you can see, in between you can see these thin walled cells which are stained light purple. They are the parenchyma cells. Again, the same figure here, you can see a banding pattern. Then this is the tangential longitudinal section. And this is how you will see the cells. These longitudinal spindle-shaped cells, they are the medullary rays which are running in between. And the space in between the medullary rays, that is the xylem fibers which are revealed in the longitudinal extent. यहाँ पे ये जो septation दिख रहा है ये भी fibers ही हैं. अभी इसका एक high resolution figure दिखाएंगे तो you will understand कि इसमें vessels कहाँ पे हैं. Now, if you see the figure, what can you say about the medullary ray width? इस फिगर में क्या था medullary ray width? यूनी है कि यूनी है या बाई है?
Cherry.
The medullary rays are uniseriate or biseriate?
Ma'am, it looks like triseriate. The three I can see.
It looks like
Ma'am, it looks like there are 3 cells. It is 3 cell thick.
it is
3 cells thick. I mean, it looks like triseriate it is. Because we can
very
count
good.
3
It is
cells in the ray.
triseriate. Now you can yes, very good. Now here if you see in the tangential longitudinal section, what is the number? Width पे देखें अगर तो कितनी cells दिख रही हैं? What is the width?
Ma'am, it
Ma'am,
is
4
3
cells.
most of them. In some of them it is 4.
Yes, generally 3, some it is 4. Again, you will take an average. So 3 to 4 cells. So you can say tri or tetraseriate rays are there in Tectona. Based on this, आपकी स्लाइड में जो दिखेगा आप वो लिखोगे, but based on this you can say that the rays are triseriate or tetraseriate. Now this is the figure where the secondary growth has very prominent wood में बहुत अच्छा timber develop हुआ. Now you can see the medullary rays very distinct. ये जो बीच में spindle shaped white structures हैं, they are the medullary rays. In between ये जो लंबे लंबे pink color के structures दिख रहे हैं, these are the xylem fibers जो रेड कलर से हैं. और देखो xylem fibers ने बहुत डिस्टिंक्ट स्टेन दिया है. Now this figure is very very important. Why? Because यहाँ पे अब xylem fibers को अगर केवल देखें तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि सब
मैम आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
इंटरकनेक्टेड होंगे. यहाँ पे अगर xylem fibers को देखें तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि सब आपस में इंटरकनेक्ट होके बहुत थिक स्ट्रैंड बना रहे हैं. Is this clear? So the teak wood is called the hardest wood. Why? Because there is a spiral arrangement of the xylem fibers. This question is often asked in the Viva. Why is teak the hardest wood? Because the xylem fibers have a very spiral anastomosing. Anastomosing meaning एक दूसरे से आपस में नेटवर्क बना फाइबर बहुत ड्यूरेबल और हार्ड जो कि इसमें दिख रहा है. You can see कि जितने भी पिंक कलर के स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं वो सब एक दूसरे से दिस लाइन ये जॉइनिंग लाइन दिख रही है. ये सारे फाइबर्स एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए हैं. क्लियर है? Is this clear, class?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Now,
Ma'am,
in this
tecto-
figure,
ma'am,
this is a very high. Yes.
मैम टेक्टोना जो प्लांट है वो टेम्परेट रीजन्स में पाया जाता है मोस्टली. और जो ट्रॉपिक मैम जस्ट लाइक अभी हम टेक्टोना के प्लांट और जो ट्रॉपिकल रीजन में प्लांट जस्ट लाइक नीम एंड डेल्बजिया सिसु हो गया. मैम इन प्लांट्स को कंपेयर करें तो हम लोग इजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर लेंगे कि कौन सा वुड किसका है. मतलब लाइक मेडुलरी रेज देख के बता सकते हैं कि ये टेम्परेट में है और ये ट्रॉपिकल में है. मैम बट अगर सेम रीजन के दो वुड्स को कंपेयर करें तो
Yes.
कैसे बताएंगे मैम? क्योंकि मेडुलरी रेज तो अगर environmental conditions और regions के
Medullary
base पे
rays
है.
is not the only diagnostic feature, na? See. No. Medullary ray is not the only diagnostic feature. पहले हम ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन ऑफ बार्क स्टडी करेंगे. वुड एनाटॉमी में द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू स्टडी इज द बार्क. बार्क से ही काफी सारे डिटेल्स पता चल जाते हैं. तो डाल्बर्जिया भी जब हम वुड लेंगे तो डाल्बर्जिया का एक अकेला आइडेंटिफाइंग फीचर है व्हिच इज नॉट फाउंड इन एनी अदर वुड. So that the identifying feature will help us distinguish whether it is the Dalbergia wood or the Tectona wood. Again, a medullary ray alone will not be the deciding criteria for identifying two woods. मतलब अगर दो वुड्स को आपको डिस्टिंग्विश करना और आप ये आंसर देंगे कि मेडुलरी रे के बेसिस पे हमने डिस्टिंग्विश किया, तो दैट विल बी एब्सोल्युटली फूलिश बिकॉज मेडुलरी रेज कैन नॉट बी द डिसाइडिंग फैक्टर इन डिस्टिंग्विशिंग टू वुड्स. They can be a part, okay? If all the other characters fail, maybe on the basis of medullary rays you can decide, but they are not the deciding factor, or the confirmation cannot be done just on the basis of medullary rays. Now coming to this figure, this is a very high resolution image of a tangential longitudinal section. Now in the center, if you see very clearly, you can see these small pits. Can you see the pits?
Yes,
In the
ma'am.
center of the figure, this region. This is this hollow region in between two rays, that is the xylem vessels, and this is the pitting on the lateral wall of the xylem vessels. Again, pits के बारे में भी जब आप TLS लिखोगे तो you have to describe the pits in detail. The presence of pits is again an indication of the climate. तो pits अगर bordered हैं और अगर simple हैं, तो again it will tell you about the climate. Pits की location कम है, frequency कम है, तो फिर वो बताता है कि water conduction वहाँ पे उतना ज्यादा नहीं है. अगर pits की frequency बहुत ज्यादा है, तो इसका मतलब water availability बहुत ज्यादा है. That is again a diagnostic feature in identifying the type of climate in which the wood is growing or the habitat in which the wood is present. और किस सीजन में कैसी ग्रोथ हुई थी, ये भी पिट्स के बेसिस पे आप डिसाइड कर सकते हैं. क्लियर है? Then this is again another figure, a very high resolution. Again you have two medullary rays and in between you can see this structure very closely. एक xylem vessel element है और इसमें ये जो छोटे छोटे horizontal white lines दिख रही हैं, these are the pits. Is this clear? Yes, class, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the fibers. Now this is a very high resolution image of a fiber, xylem fiber. यहाँ पे इस वाले फिगर को, जहां मेरा माउस का पॉइंटर है, इसको ध्यान देना. ये दिख रहा है, ये लाइन, ये एंड वॉल जो दिख रही है ट्रांसवर्स.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. This is the tapering end of a xylem fiber. सब में देखो ये इस तरह से जो लाइन है ऐसे, तो ये tapering end is the characteristic feature of xylem fibers. तो ये जितने भी ये चार horizontal lines दिख रही हैं, these are the xylem fibers with the tapering end walls and you can see कि यहाँ पे सारी सबकी wall पे extensive saphenine stain लगा हुआ है. तो this extensive saphenine stain is an indication कि इसकी walls lignified हैं और ये xylem fiber है. और यहाँ सेंटर में ये जो है इसमें स्टेन ले लिया, मगर जनरली जाइलम विल नॉट टेक सो मच स्टेन. यहाँ पे ओवर स्टेनिंग हुई होगी, तो सेंटर में यहाँ पे ये जो पिटिंग है, दिस इज द जाइलम वेसल और इसके अगल बगल ये जो स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, दे आर द जाइलम फाइबर्स. क्लियर? Then next is the radial longitudinal section. This is the radial longitudinal section. Okay, इसमें ये जो ऐसे लाइंस जा रही हैं, हॉरिजॉन्टल बैंड्स दिख रहे हैं, these are the medullary rays. और ये यहाँ पे जो व्हाइट स्ट्रक्चर हॉलो दिख रहा है, ये एक वेसल है. ठीक, वेसल रेडियली कट हो गई है, तो वो इतना फाइन सेक्शन है कि वेसल की पिटिंग और दीवार कट के ये हॉलो स्ट्रक्चर यहाँ दिख रहा है. क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? इवन दिस हॉलो स्ट्रक्चर दैट आई एम showing with my mouse pointer on the left hand side, ये भी, ये पूरा hollow structure, this is a vessel. Okay,
Ma'am, can you show the medullary rays again, where it was?
medullary rays is this portion, these horizontal bands like brick like arrangement. You can see the mouse pointer. Can you see the mouse pointer?
Ma'am, are they of homocellular type?
Yes, they are the homocellular type. You can see very clearly all are made up of the same type of cells.
Okay.
Okay,
But ma'am, in between
this-
this diagram or this TS, there is longitudinal cells also.
these longitudinal cells are again the xylem fibers. Because I told you कि xylem fibers का जो मैट्रिक्स होता है, उसी में सारी वेसल्स, रेस सब एम्बेडेड रहते हैं. तो कोई भी सेक्शन काटोगे, TLS, RLS, आप कहीं से भी काटेंगे, उन सब में xylem फाइबर जरूर आएंगे. सो ये जो हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइंस गई हैं व्हाइट, इसके अगल बगल जो लॉन्गिट्यूडनल सेल्स दिख रही हैं, these are the xylem vessels, जो hollow xylem fibers and the hollow cells which are visible व्हाइट कलर की जो यहाँ पे दिख रही है, माउस पॉइंटर अभी जहाँ है, those are the xylem vessels. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is the homocellular ray in a very high resolution. This is how you see the rays. You can see all the cells are of one type. तो homocellular ray system है. Then, now this is a very high resolution of an RLS. You can see the pits present. This is a medullary ray passing through a vessel. ठीक है? मेडलरी रे के वेसल के थ्रू पास हो रही है, एंड द पिटिंग यू कैन सी वेरी डिस्टिंक्टली. on the cells of the medullary ray, and at the bottom this hollow structure is the xylem vessel.
But ma'am, in earlier slides, we have seen that pits are only on the xylem fibers, like xylem vessels, but here it is on the medullary rays also.
Yes, it is not always necessary that the pits will only be localized based on the need of the plant. The medullary rays may also show pitting. Here you can see the pitting. Maybe the habitat in which this plant was growing, it had the need of more nutrient supply. So the pits might be present to overtake the role of conduction. Now,
Class, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now pay attention how you have to prepare the file. So first, if I am writing about Tectona grandis wood, obviously you will start with the botanical name. The classification is not needed. Classification is not needed. You will first and foremost write about the transverse section. I have already told you what are the details that you will write in the transverse section. You will start with the periderm, which will include the bark. Any special details I have already told you. There will be stone cells in the bark or sclerites. Sclerites का हमें यहाँ कोई फिगर नहीं मिल पाया. हम लोग जो लैब में सेक्शन काटते हैं वो है, लेकिन वो वुड अभी काट के उसको फोटोग्राफी नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि वो फ्रेश स्लाइड बनानी होगी. ठीक है? So the periderm or bark cells, if I have time, maybe I can show you on the next turn. Then you will write about the secondary cortex, any details in the secondary cortex. Then the secondary phloem. Then you will come about the secondary xylem, which will include the vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers, and then the medullary rays. Now in Tectona, जो हम लोग डिपार्टमेंट में जो सेक्शन काटते हैं उसमें द रेज जो होती हैं वो यूनिबाइसीरिएट होती हैं सेकेंडरी जाइलम के रीजन में, लेकिन सेकेंडरी फ्लोएम के रीजन में जाके दे बिकम मल्टीसीरिएट. ओके, special features I have already told you, the sclerotic nests and all. Then after you have described the transverse section, अच्छा transverse section के बाद tangential longitudinal section. Again, this will include first and foremost about the xylem vessels. उसमें septation कैसा है और pitting कैसी है. Pit simple है कि bordered है. What is the frequency of pitting? Then the xylem fibers, उनकी end walls कैसी हैं, उस पे pits present है या नहीं, septation है या नहीं. And most important, the medullary rays. So if this is a medullary ray, तो इसमें हाइट कितनी होगी कि कितनी ऊंची है ये, तो काउंट करके यू विल राइट कि कितनी ऊंची है, 17 सेल्ड है या 18 सेल्ड है, जो वट एवर द हाइट इज. एंड द विड्थ अगेन विल बी दिस, कि कितनी चौड़ी है. तो चौड़ा और जो हाइट है वो इन टर्म्स ऑफ नंबर ऑफ सेल्स लिखना है. दैट विल बी रिटन. एंड ऑब्वियसली इफ यू वांट यू कैन राइट द फ्रीक्वेंसी. Then the last description will be of the radial longitudinal section. This will again include about the medullary rays, homocellular है कि heterocellular है, the xylem vessels. But basically in the radial longitudinal section, you have to emphasize about the medullary ray system. Okay? And the ray tracheates if you want. Now the diagram, how you will draw H पे TS. So first TS का एक topographic figure बनेगा और उसके नीचे cellular. Is this clear? Then for the TLS में अब Wood के case में this is the your file page. If this is your file page, then यहाँ पे you will draw a topographic figure जिसमें कि आप rays का distribution दिखाओगे, frequency. And after you have drawn this topographic figure depicting the frequency or height, मतलब जैसी height दिख रही है और जैसी width दिख रही है वो एक topographic figure यहाँ पे बनाओगे diagrammatic दिखाने के लिए, और उसके नीचे फिर आप cellular figure बनाएंगे of the TLS. Similarly for the RLS, now for the RLS, if this is the figure you are drawing, ये फाइल का पेज है, तो RLS सब कुछ इस तरह दिखता है. अभी आपको वो वाला सेक्शन हम दिखा नहीं पाए हैं, वो इस तरह से दिखता है कि ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टल स्ट्रिप्स दिखती हैं. ये जो स्ट्रिप्स हैं ये मेडुलरी रेज होती हैं जो इस तरह से सेक्शन में पूरे डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड दिखती हैं. किसी एक पोर्शन को एनलार्ज करके आप सेलुलर बनाएंगे एंड यू विल ड्रॉ द डायग्रामेटिक एट द कॉर्नर. Is this clear? The instructions to draw the file? Yes? Class? Is this clear or not? Any
Yes, ma'am.
questions, anybody?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Any questions? Anybody? Yes? If you have any questions, please ask.
Ma'am, I don't have any questions for this one, but for paleobotany, you told us that you will put some comments in the Google Classroom.
Okay, then you can leave if you don't have
that
any
we have to run
questions.
that.
मैम मेरे में लिंक नहीं आता है मैम.
Yes.
मैम रितु तिवारी मेरे
क्या?
में लिंक नहीं आता है मैम मेरे जीमेल पर.
अच्छा, जिन लोगों को लिंक नहीं मिला है हम अभी गूगल क्लासरूम में फिर से नोटिस डालेंगे. हम लिंक पब्लिकली डाल देंगे, आप लोग उस लिंक को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. ठीक है?
जी मैम. ओके मैम.
मैम पहली बॉटनी का आपने भेजने के लिए बोला था, थोड़ा सा उसका डेमो के लिए
हाँ,
वो भेज दीजिएगा मैम. मैम आपने मैम मैं गया था फैकल्टी में तो आपने बोला था कि पहली बॉटनी का
सॉरी,
हम भेजेंगे. पहली बॉटनी का मैम फाइल का
आवाज बहुत ज्यादा कट रही है, नेटवर्क बहुत खराब है.
मैम
मैम paleobotany के लिए आपने कहा था कि आप
Yes.
कमेंट गूगल क्लासरूम में डाल देंगी, मतलब उसको कैसे करना है करेक्टली.
Just a second, students. I am very fed up with the network. Network सही नहीं आ रहा. 1 minute wait करिएगा. Yes.
Ma'am, paleobotany में you told us that you will put all the
Yes,
comments in the Google Classroom.
Sorry.
मैम आपने कहा था paleobotany के जो comments है आपको Google Classroom में डाल देंगी.
Paleobotany के जो comments हैं, no, not the comments, classification actually. Yes, I have to do that.
Yes.
I'll do that soon. I'll add the comments. I've received some students' files, so I'm busy checking them. And once I've checked, completed the corrections, then I will put the mistakes on the Google Classroom.
मैम
All right?
मैम
Yes.
मुझे असाइनमेंट भी नहीं मिला है मैम.
Yes.
मैंने आपको जीमेल किया था फिर भी. हेलो.
असाइनमेंट अभी बहुत बच्चों को नहीं मिला है. एक्चुअली जो 2 दिन जिन बच्चों को मिला है उनका भी हम पूरी लिस्ट कंप्लीट करने में लगे हैं. आप लोग को फिर असाइनमेंट अलॉट कर देंगे और आप लोग को टाइम मिलेगा प्रिपेयर करने के लिए. आप उसके लिए परेशान मत होइए, ठीक है?
जी मैम. मैम जीमेल ऐड कर दीजिए मेरा.
जिन लोगों को जीमेल नहीं ऐड है लिंक में, हम आज गूगल क्लासरूम पे गूगल मीट में लिंक लगाएंगे और उसमें आप लोग अपना ईमेल एड्रेस एक बार फिर से डाल दीजिएगा. ठीक? जिन लोग को लिंक नहीं रिसीव हो रहा है क्लास का.
मैम कहाँ डालना है?
क्लियर?